Truth Seekers, welcome back. Zach here. Yesterday, May 23rd, 2017, it was reported that Cortez Kennedy was found dead at age 48. Young age. He was the NFL Hall of Famer, played his career with the Seattle Seahawks. I put out a video on all that was suspicious about his death yesterday, showing how he is a prime example of murder by numbers. And in this video, I overlooked something very important, which will explain more clearly why he really was murdered May 23rd, 2017. So let's go back to 1992, 25 years ago. In that NFL season, Cortez Kennedy earned the honor of NFL Defensive Player of the Year. What's very interesting is using the gematria cipher known as English Extended, his name sums to 1992, the same year this Hall of Fame player won the honor. 1992 was the only year he wore the number 99. Every other year he wore the number 96. Interesting that he played for Seattle, where Jimi Hendrix is from, who had the song If 6 Was 9. Anyhow, this 92 season, the only year he wore the number 99, which has a major connection to May 23rd, which we'll get to. If you missed my work on the NBA playoffs, I said to look for a score of 99 points on May 23rd, and the Celtics lost with just that. We'll get to why. So 99 in 1992, in this NFL season, he had his best single-game performance. It was against the New England Patriots. He had 4.5 sacks in a single game against New England, and in an NFL season, some defensive players, they won't even record 4.5 sacks for the whole year. He did it in one game. So notice, in gematria, New England equals 99, like the number he was wearing that year when he had 4.5 sacks against New England. And New England in gematria also sums to 45. This reminds how the Patriots recently beat the Seahawks in Super Bowl 49, which was the 45th Super Bowl of the modern era, with a very scripted, by-the-numbers finish, which I've talked about since the day it happened. Before that game was played, I said why the Patriots would win, and the way the game ended couldn't have been any more telling of how sports are scripted. The Seattle Seahawks were at the down 2nd and 1, or 2nd and goal. They needed less than a yard to score a touchdown to win the game over the Patriots. They had timeouts saved up. They had downs to use. All season, the Seahawks had ran the ball on the goal line. They hadn't passed a single time because they had Marshawn Lynch, very powerful runner, who's known for always making forward progress. So, instead of running the ball, for the very first time, the Seahawks decide to pass it at the goal line, 2nd and 1, time to spare, timeouts to use. What happens on that play? It's the down 2nd and 1 on February 1st, 2/1. And Russell Wilson drops back to pass. He throws his 21st pass of the game. He finished 12 of 21. His 21st pass was intercepted by number 21 with exactly 21 seconds left in the game. So the Patriots took over, ran the clock out, won the Super Bowl instead of the Seahawks running it in and winning. And we just saw the same thing in the Super Bowl, in Super Bowl 47 with the 49ers and Ravens. They had Frank Gore, who was running for 8 yards a carry the whole second half, and instead of running it in from the goal line, they threw it out of the back of the end zone 3 straight times, whatever they did. So anyway, your sports are scripted by the numbers, and people who participate in these leagues are murdered by the numbers in accordance. All things I've been exposing going back to 2013. Now let's continue on with why this man died May 23rd. I just wanted to remind you about more by the numbers stuff. You know, and if you want a little more by the numbers stuff, check this out. Number 21, who made that interception, he went to the Music Awards and gave Beck the Grammy for Best Album, and it was Beck's 12th album. Beck equals 21. Then Russell Wilson became the opening joke, not of the Grammys, but of the ESPYs. Russell Wilson became the opening joke of ESPN's ESPYs 21, and the joke was about how he should have handed off the ball. It was his 21st attempt, intercepted by number 21 with 21 seconds left on the down 2nd and 1 at the goal line. You know, if you write out 21, it sums to 42. Tom Brady became 4-2 in Super Bowls against the Seahawks. And just so you can appreciate this, Seahawks also has the gematria of 42. They're from the 42nd state, Washington, named after the Freemason George Washington. So back to the death of Mr. Cortez Kennedy on May 23rd. 523, 5/23 is the 99th prime number. And this is not an arbitrary number, 99. Think about this. The United States of America equals 99, and it began with 13 colonies, 13 stripes, 99. Again, New England, home of the Patriots, is 99. Just think about it. United States of America, Patriots, New England. So, on 5/23, the man who once wore number 99 drops dead. And from 1992 to 2017, again, 25 years. The word death equals 25. The word death also equals 97. And here the Patriots have just won the Super Bowl again. They won it to close out the 97th season. I said the Patriots would win the Super Bowl, and it was all about number 25 before it was played with the 25-point comeback. 97th season, 97 the 25th prime. If the AFC were to win a Super Bowl, which they did, I showed how it would be the 25th AFC Super Bowl all time. It would come on 2/5, and Tom Brady would win his 25th playoff game, which he did. It was his 34th playoff game all time. He won with 34 points. Falcons. Look at this. For one more, here's who the ritual sacrifice was. The bird to get roasted this time was a falcon, 25, and with the S exception, 34. The entire thing was scripted by the numbers. 28-3 comeback. Lady Gaga performed. Her birthday's March 28th, 28/3. Again, that Simpsons episode, the night Tom Brady came back from his suspension, was season 28, episode 3, about the Patriots. All of this is a scripted joke, undeniable. The murder by numbers is the even sicker part that people need to wrap their heads around. So, also with New England and the Seahawks, Super Bowl 49, the 45th Super Bowl of the modern era, which was all about 21. That game, the Seahawks and Patriots, their total records for the season, including the playoffs when they met in the Super Bowl, was 14 wins and 4 losses. 14-4, a lot like 144. The game was in Glendale, Arizona, gematria of 144. Remember, where this man just died in Orlando, Florida, also has that gematria of 144. Very special number. 3 celebrity deaths yesterday. Scratch that, all 4 celebrity deaths yesterday, announced in the media. Roger Moore, Cortez Kennedy, Dina Merrill, and Lisa Spoonhour, all of their deaths connected to 144. Anyhow, Cortez Kennedy, found in Orlando, Florida, 144. He died 93 days from his birthday. Remember, Saturn equals 93. Saturn's the keeper of time. All last season, I documented all the Saturn rituals with the Patriots. It went on from week 1 until the end of the year. For the Super Bowl, they ran 93 plays. Also, something I pointed out in the regular season. I have a video previewing this game, Seahawks-Patriots. I pointed out then that that game was coming 93 weeks after they met in the Super Bowl. 93. Cortez Kennedy dead 93 days from his birthday. The Patriots, 93 plays in the Super Bowl. This number used again and again and again because it represents Saturn, the keeper of time, to the occult. And everything is about time. What I also said in this game was Pete Carroll If he were to win, he would get his 99th career win all time against New England, who he used to coach. He began coaching New England in 97. Last year was also the 97th season of the NFL. But Pete Carroll did win. He got his 99th win against New England, and it evened the series between the Seahawks and Patriots at 9-9 all time, which is what it now is at the death of Cortez Kennedy. And we just talked about what 99 has to do with this man. So he died 93 days from his birthday. He was born on the 235th day of the year. He died May 23rd, 23/5. Again, there's 23.5 degrees on the Freemason compass. And American football created by Freemasonry. This is all masonry right here. The big G represents 42, Freemason 42, May 42. We talked about how 21 connects to 42. 21 is another number that represents Saturn, the keeper of time. And the predominant number you want to know is the 93, just like how they tell us the sun, the true keeper of time, is 93 million miles away. But just understand, all of this is for a reason. This is all part of the reason we're reading about the death of Cortez Kennedy. He was the man with the right numbers for the ritual sacrifice on this date. May 23rd, the 143rd day of the year. Scottish Rite of Freemasonry equals 143. Cortez Kennedy and Scottish Rite, a perfect match. Died 5 months before his birthday. Or excuse me, he died 3 months before his birthday. And again at the age of 48, which also corresponds with Seahawks. And you know what else it corresponds with? In thinking about the Patriots, it also corresponds with the name Tom. Tom Brady. Check out Tom Brady and the Patriots. Notice the ordinal and reverse ordinal, 98 and 118. Cortez Kennedy had 118 birth numerology, by the way. Now look at Patriots, 118 and 98. And watch what happens when I write New England Patriots, also 98. You see? We're coming on in the 98th season of the NFL. And one last interesting thing about this man's death, he died 107 days after Super Bowl 51 and exactly 107 days before the start of the 98th season, which is September 7th. He died right in the middle, Cortez Kennedy, on May 23rd. Seahawks will probably be wearing a patch for his... I bet you anything the Seahawks have a 96 patch on their jersey this season, and something I want you to remember about that when that patch is there, which I'm sure it will be, the number 42, the divisors of it sum to 96, right? 42, 96. Freemason. In case you're new here, when I began teaching, I only knew about 2 gematria methods. I used to just teach these 2 right here. And with these 2 methods, you can figure out, a lot. I've learned more. The other methods are the other half of the equation. But 42 and 96, special pairing. The Freemasons are the keepers of knowledge. And they're using this knowledge in high places to do sick things, including murder people, including deceive everyone with rigged sports games, scripted to the point. So wanted to do this follow-up. For all of you 12th men out there, I live up here in Seattle, and it kills me to see all of you in your Seahawk jerseys and flying your flags on your cars and putting them up on your house. Understand you are giving your money, your time, your energy, your marketing for these people, and all it is one big corrupt, sick show. Every game is scripted to the point, no different than a theater performance, meaning it's totally planned before it happens. How every sports game is. Every single one. It's how the Vegas spreads are so perfect. So all of you who walk around with your 12th man jerseys, I want you to remember this. Up here in Seattle, I can just show you this real quick. Seahawks 12th man jersey. So you guys can see what it's like. If you come up here, you're going to see, you walk down Seattle, everyone's wearing this shirt like it's the most fashionable thing in the world. These are all over the city of Seattle. People wearing a 12 in the word fan, because there's 11 men on a football field, and the fans, they call themselves the 12th man. Seahawks have one of the loudest stadiums. By the way, you 12th men, you paid for that stadium with your taxpayer dollars. You gave a multi-$100 million project to a billionaire who could have paid for it himself. And not only that, you paid excess on what the stadium costed, and Paul Allen, the billionaire, got to keep it. I mean, just look at this sick world we live in. Rigged sports that cost way too much, stealing from the fans, plus they have to pay for the stadium with their tax dollars, and then the billionaire who oversees all this even gets the extra money from the excess that wasn't used for the stadium. But anyway, all of you who walk around with these jerseys on, here's some knowledge for you. Fan. Remember when they punked you with 21 seconds left on the clock? This is what it's all about. Russell Wilson finished 12 of 21. I'll never forget when Russell Wilson scored that 39th point against the Steelers on his birthday. He has birth numerology at 39. That's another number we could get into. But Russell Wilson, just a complete goon. That's just what else. I really hate the Russell Wilson types. I don't mind the players that act like badasses and act like they don't like the media and act like they don't give a shit, because that's really how they should act, because they don't give a shit. These people are criminals, taking all this money, duping everyone's time. Anyone with integrity, no matter how much they're getting paid, they'd speak out. You don't see these people speak out. They want their money. They want to protect themselves. A lot of them are born into masonry, so they're secret keepers from birth. But these people are goons. And what Russell Wilson does is he goes and he smiles and talks about what a good Christian he is and what a great man he is. And, then they'll have him posing with the cancer charity Fred Hutch up here. Fred Hutch. That's how they advertise it, by the way. Fred Hutch, $48.93. Propaganda. All this cancer stuff, it's sick. That's another really sick, perverse thing about our society. We are being kept in the dark about the truth of cancer. These cancer institutes know it. They're raking in millions. They're ripping people off. That's why they do the whole breast cancer awareness thing during the football season. All of this stuff is crime. And the majority of you, you're so wrapped up in it. What? The football's rigged? What? The cancer charities aren't real? How can you think the cancer charities are real? How much money does the whole world need to give to cancer every single year for all of our lifetimes while no progress is made? While it seems to worsen. Meanwhile, our TVs, now have 1 billion pixels and weigh half an ounce and are 70 inches big. You think they can figure out all this technological improvement, but they can't figure out something as simple as cancer, which was understood a century ago? Go read old knowledge. People have been knowing what cancer is for a long time. All of you give these money to the Ice Bucket Challenge, Fred Hutch, Susan B. Komen, to the NFL, you're all being took like suckers, like little goy suckers. Look up that word goy. That's the word for the Jews, for the non-Jews, the lessers. And that's who runs this whole show. The Zionist Jews, the money changers. So honestly, I don't feel too bad for Cortez Kennedy. Just one of many who sold out millions. And now for the people he sold out for, they take his life because they know they're the owners of his life. And that's another topic. A lot of these men, they really are bred to be like horses, like track horses. So when they kill these people, they think it's just like offing the horse after the race with the, broken leg or whatever. It's no different to these people. We're all seen as cattle to them. Read the Talmud. If you're not a Jew, you're a goy. And goys are lessers, a slave race, almost nothing. Put that on your 12th man jersey. Any of you who have a 12th man jersey or any of these Seahawks jerseys and you continue to put this shit on your car, your house, your body after watching this video, you're a real goy. You're a real goy. You're everything wrong with the world. Until next time. Core. Just to remind you, all of these players' careers are scripted to the stat, defensive and offensive. Talked about this a number of times. Notice Cortez Kennedy finished his career with 58 sacks, major tribute to Freemasonry. Freemasonry and the reduction method, 58, just like secret society. Freemasonry based in Solomon's Temple. The Secrets of Solomon's Temple, 58. Freemasonry, also modern Masonry, has its roots in Rosicrucianism, which means rose cross, which also has the gematria 58. The rose, a symbol of secrecy. And consider this also. Washington State, named after the Freemason, George Washington. Washington has the gematria 58, where Cortez Kennedy played his whole career. Solomon's Temple had the chessboard, checkerboard pattern for a floor, just like Masonic lodges. Look at the gematria of chessboard. You see? The Masons making moves by the numbers on this world, which is the chessboard they've built around us. And again, he wore the number 96, which we covered yesterday. Another big Freemason number, you know? All right, Truth Seeker, until next time.